Hey everyone, Mr. Kindt here with high school art video number 3, Gnome Home. As always, before we get started, maybe a quick sketch to get warmed up. And today I'll be drawing something I've never drawn before in my life, a gnome. Let's see what happens. Instead of doing a drawing and a 30-second time-lapse video, I'd like to draw a gnome in 1 minute live. I searched online just to see what gnomes look like, and I found that some of them were kind of fun, some were a little scary, but today I'm going to draw a gnome that's a little bit friendly. After all, he will be living in my backyard. Okay, again, the goal, 1 minute. Time starts now. Go. All right, and that's 1 minute. Today's goal is to make a gnome home. Suppose you have a nice garden and you want to add something a little artistic to liven it up a little further. You could construct a gnome home. I'll be using simple objects and items that I find around my yard to construct a small structure that could house a tiny gnome. The intent is to give the gnome a comfortable dwelling so that he could live nearby and tend to my garden when I am not able. I did a quick image search online to give me some important inspiration, and I did like what I found. There's a wide variety of ways to approach this project. Depending on the materials that you have and the time that you want to invest, anything is possible. If you don't have a garden area, you'll have to find a different location for your gnome home. Perhaps an old stump, the space between 2 trees, or something unique like this. That looks great. Let's do it. Some decorative rocks, large unused stones. These were left over from a fire pit I made a few years ago. Lots of sticks. These pine cones look pretty good. The tools that you'll need would be just a rake, a spade, and maybe a saw if you feel comfortable with that. Also, eye protection and gloves. You can never be too safe. I've assembled all my materials and I'm ready to begin construction. My best advice is to place the architectural sticks and rocks first to establish your biggest features. Here I've got a large rock. It's unique and sturdy. I want to build a platform right here in the opening of this tree for the gnome to hang out and survey the areas below and beyond his home. Next, I have these 2 longer sticks, and I want to tie smaller sticks in between to create rungs on a ladder so that the gnome can reach his platform. It's important that these large features come first so that the many smaller details that come afterwards can fill in the remaining areas without getting in the way. Examples of those, little pine cones and a bunch of landscaping rocks to follow. And what I'd like to show you now is how to set something into the earth. Now, if you just set it on top, that's fine, but I feel like it's got more stability when it's sunk into the earth a little bit. So decide where you want it to be, use whatever digging tool you have handy, and start digging into the earth just a little bit. Now, I've already been digging for a while, so I have a nice little trench, and set your feature into the earth. When you feel like things are in a good spot, put some dirt back in around and push it in for a nice snug fit. And that's about all for today. After all, it is snowing. I do look forward to returning to this project later this summer. I'd like to transfer or grow some plants around here. Also, I need more decorative rocks. I'd like to add rungs to my ladder. And there's just something about this opening that is asking for a little more attention. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that gnome moves in. Until then, thanks for watching.